Hello, Pathfinders. I'm your host, Bubs, and welcome to the Officially Braless podcast. This is the third episode of season 2 entitled Healing Without the Homework. I'm going to dive into the tendency of romanticizing healing and avoiding doing the actual work. Now, this work is sometimes very messy, it's very uncomfortable, and trust me, we've all done it. I have done it. I do it all the time. And so I'm going to dive into that. And if you are experiencing the same thing, it's okay, like it happens. But maybe now we can talk about the ways of actually healing, the ways that we can practice to see that we actually heal and not remain in that bottomless pit that we keep ourselves in and just showing the outside world like, hey, I'm healing. Oh, it's so good, it's so glamorous, it's so lovely, yet things are not okay. So yes, I'm going to dive into that. But first things first, how are you guys? How are you doing? How is your week? I think I did mention in the last episode that I am on leave, and my leave is done. I'm going back to work next week. So I have been okay. My leave has been quite eventful, and I think it was a much needed break, and now I'm ready to go back to work. I think I'm 70% ready. I mean, no one is ever ready to do anything, but I would say I'm 70% ready, and the extra 30% I will gain as the days go on. But yeah, I'm ready to grind again. But yes, how are you guys doing? I would love to know. If you're a listener, you can text me on Instagram and be like, man, Bubs, this happened this week and I am not okay. And we can talk about it. I would love to talk about it with you guys. I have another question. I was having a conversation with a friend and we were talking about statuses. We're talking about how WhatsApp has changed. And then my friend brought up something about blocking statuses. And she asked me, do you block statuses? And I'm like, yeah, I do block my statuses. And she's like, why? I'm not hiding things from anyone, but for me, it's more like for you to have access to that version of me, you need to earn it. Simple as that. And it also comes to, like, for example, when I have so many phone numbers in my phone, and most of these people, I get their phone numbers because of work, and I have to keep in touch with them. So these people, I'm not going to let them see my statuses because I post stuff, guys. I post memes. I'm very opinionated and it's too personal. And so I'm like, nah, I don't think you shouldn't have access to that version of me yet. But if you earn it, then I'll let you in. I will let you in. So it's not out of spite at all. I'm not hiding things from people. It's not like, you shouldn't watch my status. No. It's nothing like that. You just don't have access. And that's that. That's it. When you earn it, then I let you see things. But I think, of course, it's like a personal preference. There are those who let everyone see whatever, which is fine, which is okay. But for me, I'm different. And it's funny how there are those people I vibe with right away and they can see my statuses, like, without going through like a vetting session. Like, it's real probation, guys. You go through probation, and if you pass, then you can see. I know it's crazy, it's weird, but that's just me. I'm weird like that. So yes, healing without doing the homework. Healing is so excruciating. It's something that I'd say from a very early age that I've tried to do, because I've been through traumatic experiences of different degrees, like heartbreak, and I've had to heal from so many things. Actual things like let's say that happened like when we were teenagers, and friendship breakups and all those things. I've had to heal from so much, and I'm sure like at some point So everyone is healing from something. That's all I can say. So I'm sure this applies to everyone. And healing can be really, really an excruciating process. But you have to go through those steps so that you reach a level where it's glamorous, like the kind of glamour that you want to see. Now we've seen healing in movies. You know, when they're playing those montages of the main character, he or she starts with, with agony. As the montage goes on, you see them now, they're doing exercise, they're jogging, they now look like really glowy and stuff, and then towards the end of the film they are all perfect, and like their healing process has been so linear and it's now that's the kind of healing I thought that I would experience, and it's not linear at all. Healing isn't linear at all. I'm just going to pick out a few things that I have done that haven't been helpful, that I thought that were healing but weren't really healing. I was just avoiding stuff. Things like using busyness as an excuse, or using distractions or hobbies. Like I have this thing where I get my phone and I scroll. Me and my best friend, we like to call it doom scrolling. Yeah, I keep on scrolling, and it's like procrastination, You procrastinate and you don't want to do this thing. You have to do it, but you just keep on. You make yourself busy spending hours scrolling, watching movies. Yeah, I've done that. I do that a lot, and when the actual thing is waiting for me and looking at me like, babe, you have to go through this. You have to, that scrolling isn't going to help. And then there are moments where I've talked about the movies. Maybe you've come across an influencer on social media who's showing you their healing journey, and then you compare it with yours and you're like, girl, for her healing journey is so linear, it's so nice. Sometimes those influencers don't show you the hard parts, the difficult parts where they're crying their eyes out, bawling their eyes out on the floor. And that's exactly for you what you're going through, but you're looking on YouTube and you're seeing this person's journey is so smooth, and you're wondering, am I healing the right way? Am I even healing? But yeah, you are. It's a journey. It's part of the journey. It's not linear. Sometimes you're going to slip back into old habits. Sometimes you're going to mess up, and it's normal. It's okay. You acknowledge it and then you move. That's what healing is. It has so many parts, and so I've had issues where I've compared my healing journey to other people's healing journey. And sometimes this person is like on step 100, and for me, I'm on like step 2. And so I'm comparing my healing journey, and I'm like, this person has, been able to make it through. And yet you haven't seen their previous steps, how they were struggling, how they were doing certain things, you were not seeing that. So comparing, I have problems with comparing my healing journey with other people's. And then I'm a Christian, so there are moments where I expect my faith to magically fix my issues without doing the actual work. You get. Prayer is very powerful, but I've gotten to realize that faith without action is incomplete. You have to do the work. You have to be accountable. You have to sit down with yourself and actually do the work, guys. You have to do the work. And what else? This thing of it is what it is crew. The it is what it is crew. I'm over it. You're not feeling the emotions. You're not going through them. I do that a lot because I want to skip the hard emotions. I don't want to feel anything, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm over it. I don't let my body feel whatever it has to feel. The emotions, nothing. I just say I'm over it. It is what it is. I'm a very bad culprit, and yeah, I need to stop doing that. I'm not saying that I do this all the time, but there are moments where I've been in so much pain and I start posting quotes, I start posting Bible verses, and trying to convince myself that everything is okay when in actual sense it's not, forgetting that I actually have to walk the walk. I'm just talking the talk, you know what I mean? And all of this is just on paper, but when the sun goes down, I'm on my bed crying and stuff like that. And healing, my friends, healing is a journey. I know you're wondering, like, okay, Barbara, you're not the only one. The things you've mentioned, I'm also going through them. So if that's what you call like not doing the homework, what is the actual homework exactly? Please enlighten me. The actual homework, guys, the actual homework, pathfinders. The actual homework is so painful. I am not exaggerating. Healing can really break you sometimes, and you have to break so that you can be whole again. It's crazy. So things like self-awareness. Have you ever convicted yourself? Have you ever looked at yourself? My gosh. Self-awareness. You have to own up. You have to own up to the things that you've done. Look at your current status. SWOT analysis on yourself. You have to be self-aware and be like, okay, Babs, the reason you're in this situation is because of this and this and this. And sometimes it's difficult because it's your fault. It's because it's your fault. The reason why you're in this financial situation is because you spend so much money. The reason why you are in this situationship is because you don't know how to choose yourself. The reason why you're jobless is because you are not doing the work. You're not sending out applications each and every other day. You're just in your bedroom. You're not doing anything. Self-awareness. It's the same thing as accountability. You have to be honest with yourself, guys. The worst thing you can ever do is lie to yourself. I have lied to myself so many times, and it's so hard because I don't tell myself the truth. It's funny how it's so easy to tell others the truth, but when you're talking to yourself, that right there is so hard. It's so painful. I don't know why. Having hard conversations with yourself, it's so hard. Also having hard conversations with other people. That's another way of healing, especially when you have to tell people that have hurt you. You have to talk to them and let them know that, hey, this and this and that. You hurt me. You did this. How will you reach forgiveness? You get. And I keep repeating this all the time, but boundaries are also really important. Learning how to say no. I think also unlearning things, breaking cycles. Sometimes we're so used to something. We have been conditioned and wired to think of ourselves as certain things. Sometimes it starts from home. You've been used to a certain financial system where maybe your parents used to spend so much to the point where everyone would be broke, and then now they have to beg auntie this or beg uncle this for money and stuff. And so you grow up as a child thinking that you just have to spend money for you get. So there's certain things that you have to unlearn. It's this conditioning that has made you end up in certain situations in life. So to heal from that, you have to unlearn those systems. You have to break those cycles. Oh, guys, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And the most painful thing is consistency. You have to be consistent. Oh, you have to be consistent. That's one thing I struggle with, consistency. You can't just show up whenever you want. You have to show up even on the days that you don't feel like. Do you know what that is? Now, I must admit, I have, I've started season 2, but I am struggling a bit when it comes to recording. I don't know, I feel like I've kind of lost some energy. And so even today, I wasn't going to record, but something inside me was like, Bubs, get up, record, please record, you have to do this, record. So on the day, and so it's like that for many other things that you want to do. Maybe you want to work out, or you want to do a project, or you want to do something, but you don't feel like, you just have to do it even though you don't want to. I think also grace, giving yourself grace, understanding that you will mess up at some point. I used to have this issue where I would be healing from something, and then I'm going at it day 1, day 2, day 3, day 20, everything is good, and then I slip back into the old habit. I slip back and I'm like, oh no, I'm a failure. I've done this. Oh my God. And I put myself down with all these negative thoughts, like I knew it, I knew I couldn't do it, I knew it. How could I think that I was going to be able to, And so I don't look at all the progress I've done in the 20 days, but just this one thing that has put me down, and I put myself down. No, give yourself grace, because you are human. You will mess up. Those who haven't messed up, great, good for you, keep going. But if you do find yourself in a point where you have messed up and you've slipped, it's okay. Forgive yourself. Get back up, brush your shoulders off, and then continue. Okay? Don't dwell in negativity. Feel the feelings and then get back up. And overall, I don't think healing should be an external thing. If you're going to look for external validation, like, hey, see me, I'm healing, I'm here, I'm healing, and sometimes you want to do that with the people that have hurt you. You want to show them that I am healing without you. I'm healing. You see me, you hurt me, but I'm healing. And so there's so many different ways that you want their validation. Sometimes you post things and you do what, and you want to show them that I've healed. You see me, I have healed. That's not gonna work. It's an inner thing. It's inner work. You have to heal inside. So yes, let's find it in ourselves to do the work, to do the actual work, to not skip steps of healing. And yeah, let's be self-aware, let's be accountable of ourselves, let's have hard conversations with people, with ourselves, let's set up those boundaries, let's unlearn conditioning, unhealthy conditioning, and break cycles. Let's be consistent, let's give ourselves grace, and let's do the inner work, okay? And just understand that healing is a journey. It's not a destination. It's not an aesthetic. It's work. It's actual work. So do it. So the next episode, I'm going to do something completely different and maybe play a game. Maybe I'll have a guest on, who knows? So stay tuned. Thank you so much for making it this far. I am really thankful for all my listeners. I'm very grateful for the love that I've been receiving. And yeah, I will see you in the next episode. Toodaloo.